What's up, movers? Today I'm honored to have not just my friend, but I'm actually a big groupie of this person. This is Nakul de Mahajan. Tell me just a little bit about how you got started.
Thank you. Well, first of all, Billy, it's my honor to be here.
Thanks, man.
And I'm just so thrilled to be a little minuscule portion of something so wonderful and important in our dance community. So thank you for including me.
Of course, there's not a question. So he's born in India, in Agra, India. I lived in India for 6 months, and it's one of my favorite places that I've ever been. And so tell me just how you got started.
Yeah, so my parents are from India. My father moved to California in the 60s and brought my mom over. Typical arranged marriage. My mom knew my dad for like 2 days and got married.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. And I was born in Agra, which is a city that has a Taj Mahal in it. I was born preemie. My mom went to go see her family and decides to take a road trip to see the Taj, and bam, I pop out. I grew up watching Bollywood movies. For me, Bollywood movies has been the backdrop of my life. And there's always some like music or movies playing in the back. And in the South Asian culture, Billy, we've been taught, especially, moving from a different foreign country to attain the American dream. Yeah. And the American dream for many South Asians is becoming a lawyer, a doctor, or an engineer. And I was this boy secretly dancing in his bedroom to Bollywood music. And then finally, my parents gave me a shot at, after yelling at me a couple of times, going like, what are you doing? This is not what we want our only son to do, is become a dancer. What are people gonna think? You know, we're gonna be ashamed, blah, blah, blah. They saw me dance and they're like, you're not that bad. And then I performed at a local charity event and was the hit of the night. And that's where my career began. I started getting offers to choreograph, to perform, and my parents were behind me.
And you graduated from UC Riverside.
Well, UCR was amazing. I mean, for me, my parents were like, okay, we will be behind your dream as long as you get an education. Get your degree, and then we'll do whatever it takes for you to pursue your dream. So I reluctantly just said, okay, fine, I'll do it. But it changed my life, Billy. I found who I was in college. Just the dance program, the sociology program. I met just amazing people. And that's where I think I really understood who I am as a person, as a dancer, as a choreographer, and as an artist.
So then from there, how did you make your leap into the entertainment industry?
This is 2002. There was no Bollywood dance school in the United States at all, none.
Wow.
And then I took a chance and I opened one. And 14 years later, we have 5 now. So when we had the studio available, it just became a hit, and it wasn't long before Hollywood took notice.
Yeah.
And that's how it all began. I got discovered because of the internet of having a Bollywood school, the only one from So You Think You Can Dance. They found me because of having a Bollywood dance school. Otherwise, they wouldn't have found me. They weren't sure whether they wanted to do Bollywood or Bhangra, which is a folk style of dance from the state that I'm actually from in India. And I said, no, go with Bollywood.
Yeah.
You need to go with Bollywood
because it's so much more cinematic and there's so much more you can do.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then I did that infamous Katie Joshua number, and the rest is history.
Yeah, I remember that. It's so funny because I'm one of the people who loves that show, So You Think You Can Dance. I remember watching it and going, I already was obsessed with Bollywood because I've been there. I think when I was 19 years old, and I just remember what I loved about the culture was everybody danced. It wasn't, for here sometimes in America, guys are afraid to dance. Guys feel like, oh, it makes me a girl or whatever it is. And what I loved about the Indian culture was you would go to a wedding. I went to an Indian wedding and all the guys were on the floor dancing, and I just thought that was so incredible. So for me, So you think when Bollywood dancing came on there, I was like, this is going to be incredible, and it was you, and the pieces you did, I remember the Katie and Joshua number, that was incredible.
They took a risk and it paid off.
Yeah.
And I'm really indebted to America for allowing me to share what's so important to me and loving it and welcoming it.
You've worked with some amazing people. My first favorite is my close friend Paula Abdul, right? So tell us about what you just did with her and the award you guys just won.
Yeah, so Chucky, Paula, and myself, we just recently won a World Choreography Award for a PSA for breast cancer awareness that Paula wanted to do for many reasons. And it's called Check Yourself, so make sure you check that. And and it's really about awareness and checking yourself for breast cancer.
And you've worked with the First Lady Michelle Obama, my second favorite. No, for real. That was when you posted that picture. I was so excited. Was that incredible?
It was. To get a phone call from my agents going, we just got a call from the White House saying that they want you to come in and do a Bollywood masterclass with the First Lady.
Oh my God, I would have cried.
For Diwali, which is one of our festivals that we do. The First Lady is a huge fan of So You Think You Can Dance, so she watches every season. So she requested me, and I was like, of course.
Oh
and
my goodness.
She was so down to earth, Billy. Such a wonderful lady, and the girl can move.
So tell me about some of the other people you work with. I know Jay Leno, Steve Carell, David Schwimmer, One Direction.
Yeah, it's been a wonderful ride. And then when you have these moments of getting a chance to work in Hollywood and work with these people that you've been watching, whether it's a music video or whether it's on the television, shows or films, it's just humbling, I think, because they're so open to wanting to learn the culture.
Nobody knew that you had cancer, and I want to talk about that. Tell me about that.
3 years ago, I was feeling a lot of groin pain, and I thought, let's bruise myself. I'm a dancer, jumping jack, something, and then I felt that I had a lump on my testicle, and I got it checked out and got a biopsy, and turned out that I was stage 2 testicular cancer, and I had to go through 11 weeks of chemotherapy. It was during a lot of things. I had to turn down a lot of jobs. I had to pass opportunities, but that's when you're getting a wake-up call from someone going, slow down. Yeah. You need it's health first always. Yeah. And it becomes a very humbling experience when you go through something like that, because you deal with other people's stories and you see other people that are going through the same thing, if not worse. And it just teaches you to have more compassion. Yeah. And I think I'm lucky that I came out of it, and I'm lucky to have learned the many life lessons from it. And I stand as an advocate to not just let men have that conversation of men's health, but just an advocate about persevering through your darkest hour, knowing that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. When
somebody is going through that, what made you go, okay, I'm gonna be all right? And also the thing that makes you look and go, somebody could be going through something worse. What is that moment or defining moment for you?
For me, it was my team that took charge of our studios that we have in Los Angeles. My PA Cushy, my husband, my family, my community, everyone just got together and they just, held the fort. Yeah. But I think more importantly was just the worldwide messages of just love, and that heals you internally.
Of course.
And I think for me, it was, aside from that, Billy, it was dance. I was quarantined. I couldn't go anywhere. So I was either staying at home, on my couch, or going to get treatment. And what would get me through those dark days was choreography. Yeah. Sitting in my couch going, how do I choreograph from sitting on my couch? But something kicks in.
But that's the message too. Also, movement is so important. Doctors have proven that watching dance increases dopamine levels in your brain. And so if you're wanting to heal yourself, if you're wanting to feel better, watching dance, getting up and moving, it's so important. And
Absolutely.
So I'm so glad you said that, because that's such an important statement.
I'm living proof of it. I'm living proof that dance is not just a spiritual journey, it's many other things as well.
Wow, that's awesome. So what else do you have coming up in the future?
I have a couple of projects that I can't talk about, but the one that I can talk about is Dance Moms. So I recently did an episode with Dance Moms.
Is that crazy?
No comment. We have 5 studios across Los Angeles. We're in Orange County, we're in LA, we're in the Valley. And now people can experience me through MoveTube.
That's right. Isn't that awesome? We are truly, we're honored. Like, to me, what's so cool about MoveTube is we're having everybody from all, the gambit of fitness and sports. But for dance, for me, I'm just so honored to be sitting with all the people that I'm truly big fans of. You know what I mean? Like, I love what you do. And I'm just honored you're here on MoveTube. It means a lot.
The feeling is so mutual. Thank you. My Twitter is Nakul de Mahajan. I'll spell that for you. It's Nakul Nakuldevmahajan. It's a mouthful, but please follow me. I have Insta and Facebook.
I hope you guys got something from this. Thank you so much, Nakul.
Thank you.
See you later, movers.
And you can go diagonal with it and look up, and then when it comes back down, it goes back into the cup. From here, let's teach you Mama Peacock.